Now that we're not spending time, worrying about optimizing our programs, what we're able to do as an organization is be more strategic, focusing your team on moving those big rocks. How are we going to do revenue generation? Because that's what grows your organization. And if you're worried about after we sell it, how are we going to pay our people? You're not really what we need to be focused on is how are we selling and how are we winning business and how are we going to be able to deliver for our customers? And if you're growing, people's commissions are growing as well. By not focusing on the output of our commissions, the outcomes of our commissions, we're focusing more on how do we grow our business? That's the most important thing for any organization. And that's really where we've been able to focus our time versus focusing on, did we pay somebody the right commissions? Because we're working with Forma and we know that part's getting done. When we started our journey with Forma, they were like, oh, well, you can change your plans with a lot of ease. And I was like, yeah, but we haven't changed our sales plan. We haven't changed our compensation plans in 20 years. And since we've gone on Forma, we've probably changed one or more plans every quarter. We put a plan together for our recruiting managers. It didn't really achieve the outcomes. We decided, we put it back to them, asked them to, hey, tell me what's going to motivate you to do your job. And they came forward with, hey, we think this is a good component. This is a good component. We worked with the Forma team, put it together. We got new dashboards created. All of this happened in a couple of months. But if that was left to me to have to manually calculate those numbers on a quarterly basis, I would probably steer away from making those types of changes. But because I know I can work with the Forma team, give them the new components that I need, tell them how I want to segment the data and how it's supposed to roll up. Within 30 days, we had those plan changes. Because what would have been a huge effort to make that type of plan change before, but also, the amount of manual tax it puts on a leader to make that kind of change, knowing you'd have to calculate it yourself on a high frequency. And we just don't delay those changes anymore. If we think it's going to have an impact on our team and performance, motivation, and our business outcomes, we just don't hesitate to make changes like that anymore. And I would say for the 15 years prior to that I've been here, that would have been something that would have held us back.